Hey everyone, it's Lachlan and I'm here with Ron. Ron is the mysterious DJ friend that I keep referring to in some of my videos about various DJ headphones, and he's also doing a PhD in material science besides moonlighting as a DJ. So glad to have you on the show,
Yeah,
Ron.
thanks a lot.
So I guess we'll get right into it. The whole point of why I wanted to make this video was to look into what DJs actually want out of their headphones and what they do with them, because I'm always talking about, I'm always talking about what makes a good DJ headphone, but it's good to hear from someone who actually uses them. So what do you do with the headphones, just simply put?
So I guess, generally speaking, our headphones cop a lot of abuse. It's not normally when we're actually playing, because most of the time when we're actually playing out, they spend the most of the time either around our neck or on our head. Most of the damage gets done when it comes to going between gigs or just general handling of them. So say if you threw them into your bag, most DJ bags, for example, have the headphone compartment right at the front of the bag. And if you put the bag down anywhere, normally the first thing that all the weight of the bag is going to be on is actually your headphones, and so they tend to get crushed that way.
Right. So you want something that's going to take.
Yeah,
take
something that's going to take a bit of a beating, I guess.
Yeah. Okay. And why do DJ headphones always have this kind of swiveling ear cup?
Right. Yeah. So it's sort of depending on the DJ's preference. So if you're going to wear these, DJs sort of have a few different ways that they want to wear their headphones. So you might have both ear cups on. If you want to be hearing, you're queuing up a second track, for example, you'd want to hear what's happening live as well. So then you sort of have one ear out listening to the actual venue feed, and the other one is the track that you're about to cue in. So that's a good way of doing that with a little swivel ear cup.
So why do you want to hear both? So you're listening to what you're mixing on the console,
yeah,
and you're listening to what's playing through the speakers.
Yeah, so if there's two songs, for example, they're not necessarily going to be exactly the same tempo or start at exactly the same time. They might have different progressions in terms of the song build-ups, breakdowns, when the beat drops, I guess. So we need to use our headphones to basically line up those tracks and get them in phase, get them synced, and get them playing at the same tempo and make it sound musically pleasing, I suppose. Right.
Okay. So what headphones do you use?
These are my go-to headphones, Sennheiser HD25s. I've had these for about 4.5 years now, thereabouts, and I haven't had to change a single thing on them so far.
The HD25 is very popular in DJ communities.
Yeah,
I've said it quite a few times, but
it's very. You normally actually have to take a second look when you see a DJ not wearing one of these. You'd be like, oh, he's not wearing HD25s. It's really strange.
So what about them? It makes them so popular.
So I think the thing that makes them most popular is the build quality, because they're not the prettiest looking headphone, and the plastics and stuff. On the surface, it doesn't look like it's very well built, but these things are really designed to take a beating. I mean, if you got like a big head, you just stretch it out. You got a weird shaped head.
Yeah.
You open it up. You can chuck these on the ground. They're super lightweight. If someone decides to come into your path while you're playing a set and they trip over the headphone cable and headphones come flying off your ears and hit the ground, you're not going to be too worried about getting a scratch on them or them actually breaking. And I think the other big thing is that if they do break, then everything on this is pretty much replaceable. So,
right, yeah.
For a pair of headphones costing, $250, $300 on average, the fact that you can replace bits and pieces of it really helps.
What about the sound as far as DJ headphones go? What are we looking for?
So,
what are you looking for? Yeah.
Sound-wise, what we'd be looking for most is good noise isolation. That's probably the most important thing. So if we get a set of headphones and you're in a really noisy club, you want to be able to put them on and have the venue's output basically completely blocked out, so you can focus on getting the mix perfect in your headphones first. Probably the second thing you need really tight frequency response. So if you're going to be if you get something with like a flabby low end or something, the best examples there's is it the Monster Beats solos? Is it?
Oh, I haven't heard the solos myself, but I've heard a lot about them.
Yeah, it just sounds like someone just got like a.
I've heard
EQ.
people describing it as trying to like beats for a wet cardboard, that kind of thing.
Yeah, you need really tight response because a lot of what you're doing is based on the timing. When you're mixing in your headphones, you need absolutely perfect timing to synchronize the different beats. So say if you had like a percussive element that's going consistently, it's like a 4/4 beat, for example, it's got like a, and that's going at a consistent tempo. If you don't hear that in a tight manner, then
right.
you're not exactly sure what
right,
position
so you want everything to be on the beat.
Yeah, it needs to be really punchy,
right.
I guess. So
and it's got to be also punchy to get over the background noise, I'm assuming.
Yeah, that's true as well. Yeah. I mean, a good isolating headphone tends to let you turn the volume down in your headphones as well, which is also important.
It's also good for you.
Yeah, it saves us from going deaf by 40 anyway.
The majority of DJ headphones I've heard, the Sennheiser inferior, the Sennheiser HD25, and the my pair of Pioneer HDJ50, 1500. Sorry if you grabbed those. Yeah. I found of all the headphones that I've ever tried, that the 1500 is probably the most V-shaped of any of them. Just in terms of, that's the two things that just stand out so much on this headphone. It's just the bass and the treble. Yeah. What do you think of the Pioneers? I understand that you've got a pair.
Yeah. So I've sort of gone through the rounds with just about all of the Pioneer headphones. I quite like the 1500s. I think that the predecessors, the 1000s, they sounded really good. I think they had a couple of little niggling issues with the build quality, especially with the hinges.
Right.
But they've revised that hinge design of the 1500, and they've gone a long way to fixing that issue.
Right.
And then the rest of it, the sound quality was always pretty good and well suited to DJs. I don't know if it's necessarily a headphone that you want to be listening to all the time, but as a functional headphone, it's a
very tuned listen. Definitely not for anyone who's after like a neutral kind of response out of them.
Yeah, definitely. I really like them.
Are headphones like in the camera world where you got some people who are so into like Nikon and some people are super into Canon? Is it the same with DJ headphones? Like you got these kind of brand loyalty?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, again, the Sennheiser HD25 is practically a religion in the DJ world. People swear by them. Yeah, so you put a halo around it. They're really, a lot of people love Sennheisers. And I guess other than that, probably the Pioneers have a really strong following as well. A lot of Audio Technicas. I think the M50 is really popular.
Okay.
And for a lot of the DJs who spend a fair bit of time in the studio as well, the Sony, is it the 7506? Those things have been around forever. I think it's like 25 years or so.
I love how this is what I really like about DJ headphones, is that they're designed for professionals, right? So it's not all just buzzwords where you go, it's really built or it sounds amazing. Like, these things live or die based on whether or not they actually perform well, and they are in the hands of people who are absolutely going to push them to the extremes as far as they need to use them. So,
yeah, definitely.
So
if you get a set of headphones that's been hyped to the max, and a couple of people buy them and they find out that they're not so great, people are just going to stop buying them straight away.
Yeah. And I find in general a good DJ headphone translates into a good portable headphone most of the times, because you get something that's got really strong noise isolation, which is obviously important when you're traveling, and you've got something that's durable, and no one's going to argue with a headphone that is more durable.
Yeah.
Sometimes clamping force can be a little high on DJ headphones.
Yeah,
that's for the ordinary consumer.
Yeah,
probably a little
that's
overkill.
very true. I think, especially in the case of It's like I suppose we'll get into a bit later, but with the HD8s.
Yes,
Like the first thing I noticed is that they clamp really well.